I still remember those summer afternoons when me and the kids from the neighborhood would just stand by the side of the road, sweating under the hot sun, waiting to see some car go by. And then, the engine would roar, and we'd all freeze for a second, just listening. The smell of gasoline, the slightly dusty leather seats. I don't know why, but it's all stuck with me. We used to press our faces against the windows if we were lucky enough to ride, tiny noses smudging the glass, eyes wide. Those rides weren't about going anywhere. They were about feeling free, feeling like maybe for a few minutes, the world belonged to us. Friday nights, drive-ins, ice cream shops, long stretches on Route 66. All those memories come back at once. Those cars weren't just cars. They were our summers, our laughter, and our childhood all rolled together. Number 1. The 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air. The 55 Bel Air. Man, that car looked like it had been painted by angels or something. Chrome shining, two-tone paint, and those curves, everyone stopped to stare. I remember one Friday night drive to the drive-in. Popcorn in my lap, neon lights reflecting off the hood. Laughing at silly things while Mom and Dad whispered in the front. Dada's sunglasses slipped off the dashboard and hit me on the knee. We laughed so hard I thought I'd fall off the seat. Even parked, that car had a personality. Getting into it felt like stepping into a little celebration. Every ride was a memory waiting to happen. Number 2. The Ford Thunderbird. Then there was the Thunderbird. Sleek, shiny, stylish. You didn't get it to run errands, you got it to feel alive. I remember seeing couples cruise down Route 66, windows down, soft music playing. The world seemed huge and theirs. Sometimes we'd sneak down quiet streets, imagining a little adventure, pretending we were in a movie. That car made even a short drive feel magical. Number 3. The 1964.5 Mustang. The Mustang came out in '64, and every kid in town wanted one. We'd stand at the showroom windows, noses pressed against the glass. Fast, bold, light. Perfect for restless hearts. I imagined my first solo drive. Music blasting, wind in my hair, road stretching forever. Once my cousin challenged me to a bike race. We joked about how the Mustang in the magazine ad would leave us in the dust. Back then, that car wasn't just a car. It was freedom, adventure, a taste of independence. Number 4. The Dodge Charger. By the late 60s, muscle cars were king, and the Dodge Charger, that engine growl could make your stomach flip. I'd stand on the curb, heart pounding, hoping to hear it. We'd peek around corners just to see one pass. The smell of gas, the roar of the engine, it wasn't just a car. It was excitement you could feel. Number 5. The Cadillac Eldorado. The Eldorado in the 70s, long, smooth, elegant. Soft seats, quiet engine, seatbelt clicks that somehow sounded fancy. Dad always said he wanted one. We kids would pile in, pretending we were rich. Even a short ride felt big, like the world was just for us. I remember passing a fountain in town once. The reflections, the water, the Eldorado gliding by, it felt magical. Number 6. The Volkswagen Beetle. The Beetle was small, quirky, and everybody loved it. Painted flowers, little names, tiny adventures. We'd cram 3 kids in the back seat for a short ride, spilling candy, laughing until our stomachs hurt. That car didn't roar or shine, but it had personality. Freedom didn't have to be fast. Number 7. The Pontiac Trans Am. The Trans Am. Black and gold, looking fast even when it was parked. Saturday nights were all about it. Streetlights reflected on the hood, engine growling softly, like it had a heartbeat. Movies made it famous, but seeing it on your street? Goosebumps. We'd hide behind fences, hearts pounding, just to watch it go by. Once we dared each other to run alongside it for a few blocks. Didn't win, of course we didn't, but we laughed so hard. Number 8. The Jeep Wagoner. Before SUVs were everywhere, there was the Wagoner. Boxy, wood panel, perfect for family trips. Fishing rods rattling in the back, blankets stuffed in, pine smells, campfire smoke. Dad telling terrible jokes while driving. Mom humming along to the radio, and us kids laughing at everything. I remember spilling soda on the floor one weekend. Nobody cared. We laughed until we cried. That car carried the little moments that mattered: togetherness, fun, freedom. Number 9, the Chevy Camaro. The Camaro. Fast, sleek, a little mischievous. We'd argue about whose car looked cooler, whose engine sounded louder. Once, the neighborhood kids staged a race down the block. No one really won, but we laughed for hours. Camaro versus Mustang. That small rivalry made summer days feel endless. Number 10. The DeLorean, and finally, the DeLorean. Stainless steel, gull-wing doors, completely otherworldly. Even before Back to the Future, it looked like it came from tomorrow. I rode in one briefly with a family friend, trees reflected on the sides, wind whipping past. For a moment, it felt like time itself had paused. Pure magic. Looking back, these cars weren't just cars. They carried our childhood, first crushes, summer nights, long drives, family trips, laughter, spilled ice cream, little adventures, and dreams too big to hold. They were part of the American dream. Every engine rev, every curve, every mile. A story. If you could bring back one of these cars for a day, which one would you pick? Tell me in the comments. And for more trips down memory lane, subscribe to Past Unplugged, where the past comes alive, one story at a time.